So then we move on in this video to the gospel lesson, which means that the previous one, I'm going to go and find the very end. This was a long one as well. And delete all but the very first one. So I'm going to click on the last one and I'm going to press and hold Shift to select all of the other stuff. Press backspace or delete. Actually, it was backspace. And then I only have one left. I can go back and check what it is. It's Luke 1:39 to 45. So once again, not very long, but I'm going to copy those numbers. I'm going to head back to the browser where I have the Bible open and make another search for the scripture I just copied, Luke 1:39 to 45. It'll do a search, and here's all that text. So from 39 to 45, and there are footnotes. There's just one actually. I'm going to copy this, and just for kicks, I'm going to go back to the notepad that I have open, and I'm going to select everything and go all the way to the bottom and paste what I just copied. That way I don't have to mess around with the online notepad. I can just close this. But at least now you know that it's there. So there's 39, 40. Once again, this just helps me read it. I'm not doing it in order. I did 42, but I skipped 41. I just realized that if I'm making errors as I do this, they're recorded. 42, 43, 44, and 45. And there is a footnote right there. It will be deleted. So I need this text at the bottom, starting with 39. I'm going to copy that line. Control C to copy. Go back to PowerPoint. I'll try to speed this up. Control A to select all. Control V to paste. Same Control V as in Victor. Kinda trim this a little bit, unless it's not needed. I'll just keep it as that. This is Luke 3:7. Actually, that's the one from last time. This is Luke 1:39 to 45. So this is still the first one. So it's Luke 1, and I said 39. I could just pipe it like I did just there. Press Control D to make a copy. This will now be 40. And I'm going to take 40 from this file, copy that, paste. Well, I'm just going to make this 3 because I don't like hanging prepositions. You don't have to keep them. You can keep them hanging. The next one is 41, which is a longer one. So this might be a couple of screens. But let's make a copy of the last one. We said this is 41. Here's that long line. It's not that long. I'll just give it a little bit of space here. And maybe once we can go to the next one. That's number 41. Make another copy. Control D. That's 42. This is 42. Copy that. Paste. We'll make another copy, Control D, and this is 43. Right here. Copy that. Paste it. I'm going to trim the 2 or just move it to the next line. Up mine to the next one. Press Control D, make another copy. Well, and this is 44. 44 for soon, etc. Copy this. Paste. I'll keep it as that. Make another copy with Control D, 45. And that is the last one. I'll copy that, Control C, Control V over here. And that's the end of the scripture. and I can keep this a little bit to confirm, but I'm just going to delete it. And this is all the text that I have left. So that last one, the gospel lesson, was Luke 1:39 to 45. I'm going to copy this again. And then I'm going to go to the next slide, which is just a resting place. And then I end up at this one, which is an illustration of some kind. And this is the name of the sermon. I'm clicking on the image and I'm pressing the backspace to delete it. I'm going to open up another browser window, and I'm going to do a Google search. I'm going to go to google.com, and the scripture that I just copied, I'm going to paste it, Luke 1:39 to 45, and then I'm going to click on images. And I'm going, if you read along with what the story was, then you sort of get an idea of what you're looking for and try to find an image that will work. And I seem to see the pattern here. That's two women talking, and let's pick one that might work. I will not be selling this, so I'm not making any money on it, so I feel somewhat comfortable just copying and borrowing it for a little bit. I clicked on one. I'm going to click on it again. It's a Blogspot page, which tells me this is a blog, but I don't see the image right away. I'm going to close that. Try it again. Can I see just the image? If I visit, do I get the whole thing again? Yes. I'm going to try another one. I wish that I could just say, show me just the image. And I thought that there was, but then that makes it easier in a way that some people might not like. How about this one? This is a painting. If we visit, can we see the whole image? Kinda. I'll right click and say open image in new tab, and here it is. I'll copy this, copy the image, right click, copy image, go back into PowerPoint and press Ctrl V as in Victor to paste, and it placed it there. I'm going to make the image larger, and just like that did with the other one that I showed you, that we could crop it. I'm going to right click on the image. Doesn't need to be selected. Oh, I clicked on too many things. Right click, and it's not allowing me to crop. Oh, there it is, crop. Bring in this from the left and bring in this from the right. If you have better techniques, copy, crop, etc., that would be great. When I click on it, now that it's cropped, and make sure that it kind of fits here. It's on top of the other text though. And although I could go and find how to do this on the menu, what I usually do is I just click on it, make sure that it's selected, see how the anchors are turned on, and then I press Control, hold it, press Shift, hold it. So I'm pressing Control and Shift at the same time, and then I'm going to press the left bracket key. It's a little bit convoluted, but that's how you send stuff to the back. If you do the other bracket, the right bracket, Control Shift right bracket, then it brings it to the front. Like I said, convoluted. So at least now that image is there. The name of the sermon is Promises. I could copy it or just type it, Promises. Put it somewhere where it makes sense to you, where it makes sense to the design, wherever you want to keep the attention to. I want to put it, I don't know, where do I want it? Do I want it in the middle? Do I want it down here? I want to put it below here so that it doesn't intermingle too much or get lost. So I'll open up, and that was the end of the sermon. Then there's a hymn of thanksgiving while we are waiting. GTG. Oh, it's just an insert, but it has a GTG number, so we will not be putting in a page number. But I need to copy the name of the title, go and look for it in the directory by pasting the name while we are waiting. Come. And there it is. I'll double click this to open it. It's the PPT that I want. Double click it, it opens. It's an insert, and it didn't say which specific verses, so at this point I assume it's the whole thing. I'm going to get rid of the title page, and it's just 3 verses. Select them all, Control C to copy, go back to the other PowerPoint presentation here, find the place. Oh, I skipped this part, and I do this every now and again, all the time. I copied the hymn, so I'm just going to delete the hymn that exists there. This is the old title page. I'm going to press, oh, I'm going to delete that page too. I'm going to press Control V to paste the hymn. And then, since it's got those images in the back, right click and actually right click over here, format the background, make sure that it's got a solid fill of white. And then, I did this backwards, but you go back to the hymn of thanksgiving. I know it's an insert, so the insert stays. And copy and paste the title while we are waiting. Come. I'll put in a line there just to make it a little bit tighter. And then save. File save or Control S. In the next video, should be the last one, I'll show you how to close it up, and then we'll be done, I should say.